So Forgotten Harvest was started in 1991 by a lady named Dr. Nancy Fishman, and she had been the recipient of some food herself, and then when she was able to give back, that's what she did. So she started driving around her one Jeep and started picking up food that was going to go to waste, and started dropping it off to people that were going to use it. And quickly that turned into a truck, a reefer truck, and then it just kind of grew from there. And now, 25 years later, we're one of the nation's largest food rescue organizations, and we have between 35 and 40 trucks that run 6 days a week. And last year, as an organization, we redistributed about 42 million meals worth of food in Wayne, Oakland, and Macomb counties. What brought Nora Maroon to this organization, and specifically the use of this farm, was that the story that I've heard her tell is that when she was a child, she would be on her grandmother's farm in Pennsylvania, and people would knock on their door looking for some food, and then her grandmother would invite them in and give them a hot meal, and then wrap something up for them to go and send them on their way, and that really inspired her to want to be able to do the same thing. And so she's able to do that, sort of writ large by letting us use this farm. They donate the use of this farm to us. So, each year we're producing, we're trying to get close to 1 million meals, The genesis of Forgotten Harvest Farms was really in 2012. They did a pilot program where they worked on some plots in Macomb County, some donated plots in Macomb County and a few Oakland County parks, and they were able to produce about 440-some thousand pounds of food, and that was pretty successful. So in the planting that happened that next winter, they're talking about where to do the farming, and one of our board members, Nora Maroon, owned this farm here in Fenton, and she said, hey, why don't we go use some of our land up in Fenton? And so in April 2013, we moved the operation out here. And so we had some equipment at that point, a limited amount of small equipment, and so we got started, but it wasn't very long after that the Chrysler Foundation came through with a large donation of some tractors and other equipment that was able to really help us get this farm going. So then we, with the help of, probably about 2,000 volunteers that year in 2013, we were able to harvest about 800,000 pounds of food and sort of acquire some of the equipment that was needed to get going for the next year. So we got some of our new big tillage equipment that really helped us out. Everything that we produce here on the farm goes down to our distribution center in Oak Park, our warehouse, where it gets redistributed out to our 280-some agencies that are registered with Forgotten Harvest to receive all this food. Throughout the emergency food world, basically 1 pound of food equals 1 meal. So, when we come out here, like yesterday, we probably harvested somewhere in the neighborhood of about 2,500 pounds of zucchini. So that's 2,500 meals that we provided yesterday. Now, obviously, we're not going to give somebody a pound of zucchini and say, here's your meal, but with all the other stuff that we and other folks can provide, that was 2,500 meals worth of food that left the farm just yesterday. So this is a stand-in plant seeder. This is what the volunteers plant all of our large seeded items with. So everybody has a nail pouch full of seeds. They can just walk down the plastic rows that we pre-marked for them, and they just poke it in the ground, drop a seed in, and then pull the handle as they're pulling it out, and it releases the seed. And I just have them give it a tap just to close that hole up, and it's done. If anybody's interested in volunteering with Forgotten Harvest, we can use all the help we can get. And so you can just go on our website, forgottenharvest.org, and click on the volunteer tab, and there you'll find links to volunteer here at the farm or even at the warehouse down in Oak Park. So if whatever makes sense for you geographically, or if anybody wanted to contribute, there's many different ways to contribute to Forgotten Harvest. If you're a producer, then there's always need for fresh food in our distribution system. But if you wanted to make a monetary gift, then you'll find that information on our website as well.